Hi, hello everyone. Welcome again to a new video. So as part of today's video, I'm starting a new series. So there is a tool called Monday Dev. So as you can see in my screen, I'm sharing that monday.com. So this is the tool that we will try to explore how we can utilize this tool in order to perform our Agile management, Agile related work, manage our sprints. So what we will do is we will first create an account here. So let's click on get started and we will use our Google account. So it's creating a sign in, and we can just keep everything as we can say these are the some options. It's 6 to 10 members team, is a small organization. So we are doing a software development. That's what we want to use Monday Dev for. And we also want to utilize the sprint management since our team will be working on sprint. So do you work with sprints in your workflow? Yes. So we have selected it. And how did you hear about us? So we can say LinkedIn, continue. So this is just a part of, creating an account, and then we will try to explore the tool. So now it's creating a workspace. Who else is on your team? So let's say, so I'm inviting these two people. So it says invite your team member, and no, we do not want to connect with the GitHub. So we can say name your team. So we can say Scrum team. So it's getting our workspace ready, this particular setup in the Monday dev. So now we can see this space has been created, the workspace, and this is called My Team. And we can see from its navigation, so we have a backlog, and we also have a Kanban board, which says like, okay, what are the tasks which are ready to start, the in progress, waiting for review, pending deploy, and done. What are the items which are stuck? And if we click on the active sprint, so currently there are no active sprints because we haven't created any sprint. So what we will do is we will first click on the backlog, and this is a template because we have used the sprint management during our setup of the workspace. So what we will do, we can either rename this sprint, or we can change the timings, the dates from here. So let's say we are starting this sprint because this is just for demo purpose from today, and it is going to last till next Sunday. So this is how we can set up. So October 26th till November 9th. So also this is by default, it has come this particular task. So what we can do is we can rename this one. Let's say this particular task that we want to do is user login. So we clicked on enter, and also we can change this task to, we can say this is our forgot. Okay, so these are the two tasks. Let's try to add one more. We can say dev environment setup. So this task has been added. Also, we can say team charter. Let's say test setup. So these are the 5 tasks that we have created, and we can change the status user login. We still want to keep it as ready to start. So all these are like ready to start. We can pick it from here. These all 5 tasks are ready to start. And we can also organize our task in the epics. So what we can do is these are some existing epics which came as part of this one. So what we will do is we will simply click on this one, data maintenance, and we can delete this one. Similarly, we can click on this one, and we can delete this infrastructure one as well. Okay, so we have this epics backlog. So we have the operations. So if I just expand this one, I just want to get rid of the existing epics. So I am deleting this one as well as the website service. Okay, so now our epics backlog is empty. So what we will do, we will create some epics here. We will say one of the epic is user management that has been created. We also have online payments. We also have technical. We also have our architectural pathways. So these three we have created. Okay, so they are placed in the backlog. Now, if we go back to our sprints, so this is our active sprint, which is like new sprint. And so these were the tasks that we have created. And here we can choose the epic. So let's say user login, it is part of the this particular epic. So we can place it as part of user management. Similarly, forgot username, this is also part of the user management epic. And this all these are part of architectural pathways. Uh, Best environment setup, not this one, team charter. So what we can do is we can just click on this. So this is how we have assigned the task into the epics. Now, this sprint has not yet been started because if we look at the active sprint, our active sprint is no results were found. So what we will do is we can again click on the backlog and we can say, let's start our sprint. So now the sprint has been started. It says like this is an active sprint, and if we click on the active sprint we can see it is showing us these details. Okay, now what we can do in the active sprint as well is we can also assign some story points. Let's say user login is of 5 story point, forgot username is also of 5, dev environment setup is of 2 story point, team charter is just like 1 story point, and test environment setup is also 2 story point. So it is showing us total work that we have in our planned sprint is of 15 story point. Now what we can also do is we can also utilize the Kanban board. Let's say team has started working on it and they started working on the user login. They have also started working on the dev environment setup as well as they have also started working on the team charter. So we can see these are the in progress items. Now we can again go back to the backlog and we can see these are the in progress. Now, other thing that we can utilize is we can also look at some insights. So if I look at Agile insights from the very top one, so this is how it represents. So since we have just created our very first sprint, so we do not have the velocity from the past sprints, but we can look at, the burn down on a daily basis. So because we just started our sprint today, so we can see our total work that our team has planned is 15 story point, and the remaining work is also of 15 story point. But I mean, what we can do is we can click on the Kanban in a new tab. Uh, okay, it's not allowing me to click on a new tab. That's fine. So what we can do is, let's go to the Kanban one. Let's say we are done with the team charter. So what we are doing is we are just placing it in the done column. Also, let's say we are also done with the user login. Okay, now if I go to the Agile Insights, so we can see whether it is reflecting in the burn down. So now if I put the cursor, it says like overall scope was 15 story point, remaining is 9 story points because we are done with the 6 story points of work. So we can see from here the dones are 5 and 1, 6 story point. And we can add a task from here as well. Let's say we want to include some important stuff. Let's say there is a story about forgot password, so that we have included. We can mention like this is of 3 story point. So this has been added. Now this is a new story that we have included. Now if I again go back to the Agile Insights and see whether the burndown is reflecting this one, so we can see it says overall scope is 15 story point, but I mean there has been an addition. So it's basically it is showing something was added when we started the sprint. So it is reflecting that one. So overall scope is 15 story point and 9 story points of work is remaining. But it is not including the task that we have added. So maybe what we will have to do is we just have to see whether it is tagged with the sprint. So what we can try is we can just open this task in a detailed edit mode, and we can see whether the sprint is assigned. So sprint is not assigned to this one, and hence it was not showing in the burn down. So we have tagged this particular task with our sprint one, which is the active sprint. Now if I look at the Agile Insights, so we can see the burn down will reflect. Now the burn down is showing we have the total work as 18 and the remaining is 12. 9 plus 3, that's 12. So this is kind of a initial overview how we can utilize Monday Dev tool in order to create a agile sprints setup, create new sprints, mark it as an active, create tasks in the sprint, create different epics using the epics backlog, assign the task into the epics, have the story points for the task, utilize the Kanban board, which is almost like similar to the JIRA. Because for each active sprints, we also get a Kanban setup where we are in terms of task, and we can, change this one as well. So we will try to explore this tool more, and once we have an active sprint, we can also utilize the Agile Insights for the velocity, for the burndown. So this was just a very initial brief. And also, what we can also do is we can also, if I go to the backlog, we can assign the task by using the honor. So we can say, okay, let's say this is assigned to Anil, our team charter is assigned to creative learning. So this way we can assign the different tasks as well. So that's all about today's brief video. Like I said, this is the very first video on Monday Dev, and we will explore more features of this particular tool for the Agile teams in the upcoming videos. So thank you so much. Thanks for your time. And if you are new to my channel, please do share and subscribe. Thank you so much.